If you're someone who wants to record their own voiceovers or produce a professional sounding podcast, you're going to need a quality microphone. Vocal recording in a non-professional setting is always going to be a challenge, and no matter what mic you're using, the sound recording will always benefit from some room treatment. But what if that isn't an option? After all, podcasts are sometimes recorded from all sorts of different places. Alistair Campbell and Rory Stewart, for example, due to their busy schedules, often end up recording from hotel rooms and all manner of other places for their Rest is Politics podcast. When it comes to recording vocals in such environments, nothing really beats a cardioid pattern dynamic microphone. In recent times, a number of budget models have come onto the market, some of them performing quite well. However, the gold standard that most podcasts and live streamers aspire to is the Shure SM7B. Renowned for its clarity, wide dynamic range and flat response, it's the mic everyone wants, although at £350 it isn't a budget option. Okay, I know when it comes to microphones for video, £350 is actually fairly inexpensive. You'll pay well over £1,000 for a decent professional location shotgun mic setup, for example. But we're in an age where lots of people from all different backgrounds may well need to record clear vocals without lots of echoey room resonance. Most of the budget dynamic microphones on the market are USB based, while the Shure SM7B is an XLR mic, requiring a decent audio interface in order to use it directly into a computer. Enter the Maono PD400X. The PD400X is a new microphone to the market from a manufacturer that has been demonstrating some quality products at some very reasonable prices. We reviewed its condenser mic a few months back and we were quite impressed with its construction and audio qualities. So how does a PD400X stack up? Well, you're listening to it right now, but let me go through some of the main features that it has. The PD400X is quite versatile. It features both a USB and an XLR socket, so it can be connected directly to camera audio inputs and audio mixers, as well as being used as a podcasting mic plugged directly into the USB socket of any computer. The build quality really is quite something. It's an all-metal construction, it has quite a bit of heft to it. It isn't some cheap feeling flimsy product in any respect. It looks and feels very high quality. The package itself comes complete with a desktop stand and a bracket. The latter can be attached to any industry standard boom arm if you need more flexibility for positioning. Helpfully, Maono also includes a USB-A to USB-C cable, although it's worth noting that if you're using a MacBook Pro, for example, you will need a USB-C to USB-C cable. On the body of the microphone is a multifunction dial switch. This can be used to adjust the gain, the monitoring output volume, and the mixing between monitoring and output. There's also a lit symbol on the body that's touch sensitive. Tapping this mutes and unmutes the microphone. Lastly, on the rear of the body is a button that selects between flat frequency response, a high pass filter, presence boost, and a combination of the high pass filter and the presence boost options. All of these controls feel really nice and responsive and have a quality feel to them. The monitoring option on the microphone body is a useful one. If you plug in a 3.5mm headphone into it, you can monitor your voice with zero latency. At the same time, you can also listen to the audio output from the computer, which will have a slight delay, and you can control the mix of these. Turn the dial fully to the left in the mix adjustment mode and you will hear only your live zero latency voice. Turn it fully to the right and you'll only hear the computer output. When the mic is in use, the lights that are used to indicate the volume and mix adjustments change to a VU meter. Now this isn't marked on a scale, but it does give you a good idea of the loudness of anything going into the mic. So how does it sound? Well, as I said earlier, you're listening to the microphone right now. I'm 15 centimeters away from it. You can obviously go closer, and this type of microphone does perform very well the closer you are to it. But although there is a tiny bit of room resonance, most of it is rejected. In terms of overall sound quality, it's quite subjective, I found, with microphones. Some people prefer some models and some people prefer others. To my mind, I really like what I'm hearing coming from the PD400X. I don't have the Shure to compare it to directly, but I don't think that would really gain anything. I just know that the sound that I'm hearing from the Maono mic sounds pretty pleasing, it sounds natural, it sounds detailed, and it seems to do a very good job of rejecting any room resonance and reflections. At the moment, this is being recorded in a room with absolutely no sound treatment at all, and they're mostly flat, quite reflective walls. I haven't performed any post EQ or volume adjustments. What you're hearing is coming straight off the microphone via USB into DaVinci Resolve. At the moment, the PD400X is being sold for $149. It's normally $169. And for that, you're getting a high quality sounding mic with XLR and USB connectivity, something that's a rarity on the market. The controls and adjustments are easy to use and understand, and further EQ adjustments for live streaming and other aspects can be adjusted using the Maono Link software. Maono Link gives you more precise control over gain, more options for EQ, and the ability to add in compression and limiter abilities too. So, in conclusion, the Maono PD400X dynamic microphone appears to offer extremely good value. It performs very well to my ear and has a very solid construction quality that would suit a wide variety of users. And for those who have minimal knowledge of post-audio tuning and adjustment, the Maono Link software offers lots of easy settings to achieve different sounds depending on how the mic is used. So if you need a dynamic mic, I can highly recommend taking the time to consider the Maono PD400X.